The ancient city of Niscemi in Sicily is on the brink of collapse. In a short time, the ground that had supported the city for centuries began to crack, shift, and collapse massively. What initially appeared to be limited damage has now developed into a full-scale geological crisis that threatens the city's very existence. Large cracks have appeared in the fields, roads, and residential areas beneath the city, and then spread rapidly towards the center. The slope supporting Niscemi is moving slowly but steadily, creating new ravines and dragging buildings along its edge. Experts describe this process as a progressive collapse that is nearly impossible to stop without major intervention. Between Sunday and Monday, approximately 4.5 to 5 kilometers of the slope collapsed. Some buildings were destroyed immediately, while others now hang precariously on the edge of the cliff. Authorities evacuated more than 1,300 residents and established a no-go zone 150 meters from the edge of the slide, although scientists warn that this safety limit could change at any time. Monitoring data shows that the ground beneath Niscemi is still actively moving. Geological sensors record repeated shifts every 6 to 18 hours. While not always felt as a strong jolt, this movement is enough to trigger new structural damage. Walls crack, foundations shift, and previously stable buildings are now declared uninhabitable. Scientists point to the steadily increasing water pressure in the subsurface clay layer as a key factor. This accumulated water acts like a lubricant, reducing friction between layers and accelerating large-scale landmass shifts. As long as this water is not controlled, the landslides are expected to continue. The most dangerous collapses are occurring along the edge of the plateau on which Niscemi stands. Geotechnical experts explain that the plateau is now experiencing a reverse collapse, where the edge of the plateau is gradually collapsing inward toward the city. Each collapse narrows the safety zone and brings the collapse closer to the historic center. Preliminary estimates suggest that approximately 350 million cubic meters of soil have collapsed. This volume makes the Niscemi event one of the largest landslides ever recorded in Italy. Researchers warn that this figure could rise further if weather conditions worsen or groundwater pressure continues to increase. Scientists also warn of the risk of chain collapses. In this scenario, small landslides occurring now will trigger larger ones later. Even additional rainfall or light tremors could accelerate the destruction process and significantly expand the affected zone. If current trends continue, most buildings along the plateau's edge are expected to disappear within weeks or months. Vital infrastructure, main roads, water mains, and sewage systems is at risk of complete collapse, cutting off access and basic services for the remaining population. The worst-case scenario simulated by experts involves a massive landslide in which entire blocks of land could slide into the plains below. Such an event could wipe out parts of Niscemi in a single incident and force additional large-scale evacuations. Experts emphasize that only swift and massive emergency measures can slow the destruction. These measures include slope stabilization, groundwater control, and geological monitoring. Without these measures, total collapse is considered only a matter of time. Niscemi's deputy mayor, Pietro Stimolo, stated that years of accumulated groundwater were the primary cause of the landslide. He emphasized that the immediate priority is the safety of residents, not finding blame. But for scientists, the situation is clear and urgent. With the ground still shifting, water pressure unchecked, and the edge of a 5-kilometer plateau continuing to collapse, Niscemi is no longer threatened. The ancient city is on the verge of structural collapse, and without extraordinary action, could disappear from the map in the near future.